So picture this, a kid so strong in the Force that even Darth Vader thought he was sensing a Jedi Master. Not a warrior, not a knight, just a child. That kid grew up to be Vader's secret apprentice, forged through years of brutal training to become the ultimate weapon. But did Starkiller really reach the level of Vader and Palpatine, or are his powers blown out of proportion? Let's talk about it. Our story doesn't start with a soldier, it starts with a child, Galen Marek. His parents were Jedi who went into hiding after the Clone Wars. When Vader tracked them down on Kashyyyk, he killed Galen's father, but in that exact moment he felt something else. A huge presence in the Force, coming from the boy himself. You see, Galen had never been trained, but his raw power was already on the level of a Jedi Master. That was the spark of what made him so dangerous. Vader didn't kill him. Instead, he took him in, renamed him Starkiller, and put him through training that was less about raising an apprentice and more about forging a weapon. He was hunted, pushed to the edge, even attacked constantly by his training droid Proxy. Everything was designed to sharpen him into the deadliest fighter possible. And it worked. By the time he was 17, Starkiller was already terrifying. His connection to the Force was so insane that even Palpatine admitted it could rival his own. He could blow apart entire groups with Force push, fry enemies with Force lightning, and of course he had that insane moment where he pulled the Star Destroyer down from orbit. And that's the kind of feat that makes him a legend in Star Wars discussions. And when it comes to lightsaber combat, Starkiller wasn't just winging it. Vader sparred with him constantly, and he learned multiple forms. He learned to adapt depending on who he fought. He took down Jedi Masters like Ram Kara and Shak Ti. But here's the thing, was he better than Vader with a blade? Probably not. Vader's skill and experience still gave him the edge there, but Starkiller never relied only on the lightsaber. He always combined it with overwhelming Force power. And that's exactly how he managed to actually beat Vader. When Galen finally turned against his master on the Death Star, he used his speed, his agility, and Vader's biggest weakness, Force lightning, to push past him. He was faster, he hit harder, and he could take more punishment. This guy survived being stabbed, blown across rooms, even tossed into space. His survivability was insane, and that's what helped him keep fighting long after others would have dropped. But the real test was Palpatine. The Emperor had always been disappointed with Vader, too broken, too conflicted, and Starkiller looked like the perfect replacement. Palpatine tempted him, offered him the chance to take Vader's spot, but Galen had changed. He wasn't just fighting for power anymore, he was fighting for his friends. At one point, Starkiller even absorbed and redirected Palpatine's lightning, which is something that only the absolute strongest Force users can do. And in the end, he sacrificed everything. He unleashed all his power in a massive explosion to save the founders of the Rebel Alliance. That cost him his life, but it gave birth to the rebellion itself. They even took his family crest, the Starbird, and turned it into their symbol. His story literally became part of the galaxy's future. So was Starkiller overhyped? Honestly, I don't think so. His potential was recognized by both Vader and Palpatine, and he took down Jedi Masters, he defeated Vader, and stood toe-to-toe with the Emperor. He was built to be a pure combat specialist, and in that role he really was one of the most powerful Force users we've ever seen in Star Wars Legends. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more Star Wars content.